Your cat wants you to stop misreading their tail. Last episode, we went through 10 things you're doing every day that are quietly adding stress to your cat's life. Small things, fixable things, the laser pointer that never ends, the water bowl that never moves, the inconsistency your cat files away every single time. And at the end, we said the next episode would be about something your cat does every single day that most owners completely misread. Something that, when you get it wrong, ends in a bite that came out of nowhere. This is that episode. You reach down to pet your cat. Their tail is moving, swishing back and forth, and you figure they seem relaxed enough. And then they bite you. Not hard, but definitely on purpose. And your cat is now looking at you like you are the one who made a mistake. Here's the thing. You did. You misread the tail. If you'd known what that movement meant in cat language, you would have known exactly what was coming. Your cat's tail is one of the most expressive communication tools in the animal kingdom, and most cat owners can't read a single word of it. Welcome back to Yours Meow. Let's get into it. Why the tail is so important. Cats are obligate solitary hunters. Unlike wolves or lions, they evolved largely alone, their survival depending on stealth and independence rather than group coordination. But cats do interact with rivals, mates, offspring, and at close range, those interactions require communication. Cats can't bark, so over thousands of years, they developed a sophisticated visual communication system using their body, particularly their tail, ears, and eyes. Here's what makes the tail especially powerful. It's almost impossible to fully suppress. Cats can control many behavioral displays deliberately, but the tail frequently responds automatically to emotional states, making it one of the most honest signals a cat produces. Your cat's tail is frequently telling the truth, whether they intended to or not. The core tail positions. Tail straight up, the greeting flag. A vertical tail, sometimes with a slight curve at the tip like a question mark, means, "I'm glad to see you. I'm approaching in peace." This is actually one of the few tail behaviors that appears to have developed during domestication itself. Domestic cats evolved this signal as a way to communicate friendly intent from a distance to both humans and other cats. Tail straight up, fully puffed. The Halloween cat. Same vertical orientation, completely different meaning. A puffed tail is a fear response. This is a scared cat trying to look bigger to a perceived threat. Give them space. Tail low and tucked, the stress signal. A tail tucked close to the body signals anxiety or fear. A cat moving through the world with a consistently low tail is a stressed cat. Not shy, stressed. Tail wrapped around you, the hug. When a cat wraps their tail around your leg or arm, it's an affiliative gesture, cat language for closeness and affection. You are being gently claimed. This is a very good thing. The swishing tail, the one that gets people bitten. A moving tail on a cat does not mean the same thing as a wagging tail on a dog. In dogs, tail wagging signals happiness. People automatically apply the same interpretation to cats. Tail moving equals happy animal. Reach out, pet the creature. This is how most bites happen. In cats, the meaning depends entirely on speed and context. A slow, lazy sway, like a pendulum, indicates mild interest, generally fine. A moderate, rhythmic swish, steady, picking up pace, is a warning. Your cat is becoming overstimulated or irritated. This is the tail that precedes the bite. If you're mid-petting session and this appears, stop. Your cat told you. Continuing is not their fault. A rapid lash, snapping aggressively side to side, is the final warning. Back away. Give space immediately. This was the tail you were seeing before the bite. Now you know. The tail and the ears together. No signal in cat body language exists in isolation. The tail is most accurately read alongside the ears. Tail up, ears forward. Happy, relaxed, open to interaction. Tail low, ears flattened sideways, anxious and uncomfortable. Approach gently or not at all. Tail lashing, ears rotated back, highly aroused, potentially about to act. Not the moment to reach for them. Tail tucked, ears forward, soft eyes. A stressed cat approaching you for comfort. Meet this with gentleness. Tail straight up, ears forward, slow blink. Peak contentment and trust simultaneously. The full vocabulary of feline happiness in one moment. If you see this, you are doing something exactly right. Reading the whole body. The tail and ears work together, but the whole body confirms the message. A fully relaxed cat has soft eyes, loose posture, and weight distributed evenly on all four paws. Their tail, ears, and body all say the same thing: toward you, toward comfort, toward trust. A cat building toward aggression shifts their weight backward, loading their hindquarters like a spring. Pupils dilate, whiskers spread forward. Their whole body becomes dense and still in a way entirely different from the stillness of contentment. Learn to read the whole picture, and your cat becomes almost transparent. You'll know what they need before they have to ask a second time. Cats who live with humans who don't understand their body language are in a complicated position. They have a rich, expressive communication system. They use it constantly, and the primary being in their world isn't receiving any of the messages. Imagine speaking a language fluently and having every conversation met with a blank stare. Not because your listener doesn't care, because they simply never learned the words. The biting, the scratching, the aggression that seems to come from nowhere. In the vast majority of cases, it came from a lashing tail that was ignored, from ears that flattened and were missed. A cat who ran through every signal in their repertoire and finally had no option left but direct action. They weren't being difficult. They were being unheard. What changes when you can read them? Learning to read your cat's tail doesn't just prevent bites, it fundamentally changes the nature of your relationship. Because suddenly, you can hear them. You know when to stop petting before they need to ask directly. You know when they want closeness and when they need space. You know the difference between a cat who is genuinely happy and a cat who is tolerating the moment. And a cat who feels heard, whose signals are respected, whose communication is received, is a cat who trusts. And a cat who trusts opens up in ways that take your breath away. More slow blinks, more upright tail greetings, more choosing to be near you because they want to be, not because proximity is unavoidable. The tail was always talking. Now, you can listen. Your cat has been talking to you since the day they arrived. Every tail position, every swish and wrap and puff and question mark curve. Every signal completely genuine, completely consistent, and completely available to you, if you knew how to read it. Now you do. When their tail goes straight up as you walk in, know what that means. When the lashing starts mid-petting session, stop and honor it. When they wrap their tail around your leg as they pass, feel what that is. They've been trying to tell you something. They always have been. Now you can finally hear it. Yours, Meow. Because your cat has been trying to tell you something. If this finally explains something you've been wondering about, the kind of cat owner who needs to hear this is probably already in your life, worth sending their way. Next episode, we're going to talk about something most cat owners think they're already doing right. You bought the toy, you wave it around, your cat occasionally participates. What's actually happening is more interesting and more fixable than you think. Drop in the comments, has your cat ever given you a tail signal that makes complete sense now? See you in the next one.